What's happening, everybody, and welcome to the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. We're your host. My name's Mr. Whiskers, and to my right is Papa K. Dad, how you doing tonight?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Considering I just had to go for $9,000 on a new furnace.
Oh, my God, yeah. Papa K lost his heat. What was it? What was it? Tuesday? Monday?
Sunday. Yeah.
Oof. Bad time for it to go, but thank God they got over there quickly.
Yeah. Nice job.
You know?
Yep.
So you got a whole new setup and everything. I think, what did you say? Your furnace was like 30-something years old?
32.
32.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my money's worth.
Yo, we got Grim Reaper in the chat saying, yo, I called the game. The Packers won. So, yep, Grim got a win there. How you doing tonight, bro? How's it going, man? How you been? How was your week?
It's a shame Vikings are out of it.
I know. It sucks that, Grim's Vikings are out of it. But they had a pretty decent season. You know?
They had too many close games.
Too many close games, without a doubt.
They had, I'd say, close to 8 games that could have went either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, where they could have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, missed field goal.
But hey,
kick,
we said that they were going to be competitive this season, and
very competitive.
I'd say, I think the Vikings are only a couple pieces away.
Don't forget, Kirk Cousins didn't play that game.
He didn't play, yeah.
So, yeah.
I know. And I think that was a big loss for the Vikings, really.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, I mean,
obviously, they needed a miracle to get in because, they lost the last few games at the end there, so.
Well, not even just,
You got to win.
Not even just that. Again, they had a lot of close games during the course of the beginning of the season, especially in the beginning of the season.
Oh, man.
That,
They could have been like 6-3 instead of 3-6.
Yeah, so.
Just like the Giants in the beginning. But the Giants are just.
Oh, the Giants suck. The Giants suck.
What did they? Their whole. Everything about the Giants right now is negative. The fans are calling for heads.
Yeah.
People are not buying tickets.
Hold on a second. Let me just fix this.
Myself, I haven't watched the game since Daniel Jones went down.
There we go.
I checked the score, and every time I check the score, they're down by 2 touchdowns immediately. I can't watch it. I'm sorry. I'm a die-hard Giant fan, but when they're this bad, I'd rather watch games that are meaningful.
Without a doubt. I mean, the Giants really, it looks like they're not even they're not even playing competitive football anymore. No. It looks like they just gave up. It's just the season's over. They're like, whatever, don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We
get some draft picks,
and you can see that we talked about doing Pops picks tonight, and we're like, oh, put the Giants versus Washington up there. No, they're terrible.
Jets, Buffalo,
they're terrible.
At least the Jets could be competitive.
Yeah,
man, they almost
at least
beat
they're
Tampa
trying.
Bay.
They're trying. The Giants. Glennon looks confused.
Oh, he's got to go.
That
guy, he doesn't even look like a second-string quarterback. To me, this guy should be like, out of the league.
Yeah,
he's got nothing.
There was nothing there. Nothing there.
You remember Aaron, what's his name? Knowles, or what? The guy in Philly took him to the Super Bowl when Carson Wentz got hurt.
Foles?
Yeah.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, that guy. That was a competitive second-string quarterback.
Yeah. But we got Grim over here saying, interesting to say the least. My dad finally realized I had blocked him, but I don't think it's processing. Why I did it? I had a legit reason for doing so. Hey, Grim, you got your reasons, man. I'm sure.
It's personal.
Yeah, it's personal.
I won't even ask.
But, hopefully, we hope you're doing good, though.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It sounds sad. No offense. They can't get along.
Good stuff. It's it happens. It happens. It sucks. And but again, there's a story behind it. There's a reason behind it. We won't get it. We don't have to get into it. Grim, don't have to get into it.
None of my business.
It's personal, but you hope that
one day things work out.
Hopefully things change. We hope that things go differently in the future. There's still time. There's always time. You got time.
He's still a young man.
Yeah.
I don't know how old his father is. But.
So, hopefully that changes. But going back to the Giants, dude. It's just been bad. And Joe Judge had like an 11-minute press conference or whatever.
I don't even watch that anymore.
Nah, I know.
Excuses.
It's like, dude, it's over. It's over. I mean, everyone's saying that he's protected next season.
I don't see how. They give him the benefit of the doubt with the COVID. Last year and this year, a lot of players were hurt. But think about the moves that the Giant organization made. Remember what I told you yesterday? They got Galladay, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kyle Rudolph, nothing. They paid money for these guys. They did nothing. Is it their fault? I don't know. Both of them just stay on the field. They're too old.
I honestly just see like the Giants right now. They have so much work that needs to be done.
Oh.
So they keep picking up players. They're just not finding the right formula. They're not finding the right people for the job.
Draft.
And I don't know if Daniel Jones is the answer for the New York Giants. And now it's
I don't think so.
Can you put that on the couch, please?
I don't think he is. I hate to say it, but the team is bad.
Jesus, Dad.
Sorry. This thing is very fragile.
I know. Well,
just go like this, boom.
Well, here's the thing with the board is because of the limited amount of space we have in here, I have to keep it narrow like this because this opens up much wider. But yeah.
Yeah, they need a ton of work. Now they're going to have a horrible record again. Start drafting offensive linemen. Start drafting receivers that are young. Don't buy these guys that are 31, 32 years old. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you definitely need off. The Giants' defense looks somewhat. They look good. They look good this season. I haven't really.
They're on the field too much.
Yeah. Oh, we got Little Chef with hitting us up with a follow right now. Thank you for following, Little Chef. How you doing tonight? Let's see. Grim over here saying I'm fine otherwise, but man, hopefully Green Bay can keep up this momentum. You're rooting for Green Bay, Grim. Really?
I think they're going to the Super Bowl.
I heard a funny thing on the radio this morning where somebody had messaged Boomer, and he didn't know who it was, but they were talking about like Green Bay make it to the Super Bowl, and then Aaron Rodgers can literally hold the NFL hostage, like a hostage situation, because whoever this person was saying like, yeah, make it to the Super Bowl and say, listen, I don't like your COVID rules and I want things to change or I'm not playing. And I think it's a little crazy, but
that ain't gonna work. Believe me, that ain't gonna work.
That's just gonna create even more controversy, more chaos.
He did enough of that early in the year, but the guy's great.
I know. And the big question at the beginning of the season with Aaron Rodgers was, you see he didn't do so well in the beginning,
First game.
First game. Yeah. That's what I mean, the beginning.
Yeah.
He didn't do so hot, and everybody, it was amazing how quickly everybody jumped down his throat on that, right? Yeah. They were like, oh, it's his age. He doesn't have it anymore. There's too much going on. There's too much drama.
And then he won 8 in a row.
Yeah, and then he just goes on this tear, and now they're in the playoffs, and they basically clinched everything, right?
Yeah, home field advantage.
You got the bye week, I think.
Yep. I think there is a bye week in AFC. I think I heard that today.
But, yeah. Fucking, we'll see what happens. It'd be interesting if he did try to pull that tactic off, and I wonder how the NFL would respond. I wonder how the commissioner would respond to something like that.
That ain't gonna happen. He doesn't have that much power.
No.
Maybe for the team that he wants to go to. Let's say if he doesn't want to. I don't even know what he signed.
See, that's the thing, though, and I want to say this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
But here's the thing with that, and you did all of this during the regular season. Now this is all just I don't believe this is anything that Aaron Rodgers had actually said. Okay, this was just what I heard on the radio today. Would be like an interesting turn of events to happen, right? The thing is, if he did that, made it to the Super Bowl, and he hasn't been, right? The Packers haven't been in the Super Bowl in a minute now, right?
Long time.
It's been a while. So if they got to the Super Bowl, and let's say he was even considering doing something like that, that's just a slap in the face to your fan base.
Oh, yeah, no. He would never do that.
No, I don't think so. Like I said, this was just talk of what I heard on the radio this morning. It would be an interesting thing to happen, but I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't.
I'm wondering what his contract is.
Yeah.
I know he turned it down the first one, then he came back. So did he sign for 4 years? Did he sign for 1 year? Nobody's mentioned that.
Who knows? We don't know.
Because Green Bay wanted him to stay there for the remainder of his career.
Yeah.
They offered him unbelievable money. So.
Yeah, I think he was like his ego was a little hit when they drafted a quarterback.
Oh yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. I think that's what started
how that
all
turned
of
out.
this.
That guy was nowhere ready.
No.
The day he played against Kansas City,
yeah.
They only scored 7 points.
So we got Grim over here saying, I've been off and on for about 12 years because I have a close female friend from Wisconsin, but we had a falling out, unfortunately. But I'm still rooting for him. All right, man. Well, hopefully things turn around there too, buddy. It's interesting, and the reason why I say it like that, Grim, why I said it like that before, is it's interesting when you see, like, you see on this show that we try to be, what is it, unbiased? Is that the right word?
True.
We try to be unbiased, especially within our division.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, but I can't personally root for Dallas, Philly, or Washington.
No.
I can't do it. I can talk about their wins. I can talk about their wins, losses. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was saying it like that, Grim, was just interesting because they're in your division. So to see you rooting for him for a friend, I get that. Like, it's like I remember when the Falcons made it to the Super Bowl against, what was it, New England?
New England.
And I was rooting for the Falcons just for my cousins, that living down there.
Yep.
But
what a heartbreaker that was, it?
Oh my God.
Up by what? What was it? 28-3.
28-3, yeah.
And lost in overtime.
Lost in overtime. That was rough. But we got Mr. Oopsie in the chat saying pickle, 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 dilly, dilly. Wait, I can't say that.
What a bad loss, Oops, to Sean.
Yo, Oopsie.
Wow.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Hopefully everything's going well with you and your family.
Who figures Pittsburgh to go for a touchdown with a minute left and they're winning the game? He figured it taking a knee.
Mm-hmm.
This guy throws a touchdown, and he loses by half a point.
I know. You know what though? Our fantasy football playoffs have been really interesting. Unfortunately, Oopsie, not making it to the Super Bowl, but damn, coming close. I think you were 2 years in a row now in the playoffs, right, dude?
So and he auto-drafted initially.
He typically does that. Like, he gets in at the beginning of the draft, and he gets a couple of players, or it's normally at the end of the draft. But he sees what the auto draft gave him, and then from there, he I think, right, Oopsie, you let the first week play out, and then he sees, okay, who do I think is going to perform? Who's my foundation, and where do I need to build upon?
Yeah, but how can he make changes that fast?
You got to go with your gut. You've seen it. You've seen how this season's gone. You got to make decisions, and hopefully they pan out for you. And obviously, he's done this a couple of times, and I believe...
I bet you hate Pittsburgh now.
We got Grim saying, well, I also have an aunt from Wisconsin. So, okay.
Good. Don't think Dallas is a slouch, though. If they get there and have to face Green Bay, that's going to be a real tough game.
I think it's going to be a shootout.
Especially if both
high
teams,
scoring.
If both teams are healthy. But Gallup is done for the year, by the way. Achilles or something.
That's
he's
rough.
a good receiver.
That's rough. I know. It's rough.
Now he's got to rely on C.D. Lamb and Mari Cooper. Is that his name?
Yeah.
So, and their running game. Pollard and Ezekiel.
We got over here C10's in the chat. What's happening,
C10?
C10?
C10, long time no here.
He said he will make $263 million in his 17 years with the Packers. He needs to shut the hell up and just play. I like your style, C10s.
My God.
Oh my God.
I don't even think it's about the money with him anymore. I think it's about his,
pride and ego.
Yeah, he never did this nonsense early in his career.
That's not true.
No, he never did this nonsense, where he was, complaining and about.
That's not true. But, see, Aaron Rodgers and.
When do you remember him complaining? I don't.
The one
he was
year.
Very professional.
Well, see, here's the thing, Pops, is that you don't have access to social media like I do.
Thank God.
So you don't see some of the posts or things that may hit Twitter or things that just go you go into Google search. It's like this happened or this happened. So you get what you see on TV. You get what you watch in the games, what you hear on ESPN, what you hear on the radio. Yeah. When you're on all these other social medias and all these other areas of
much
information.
of that is true too. That's all gossip sometimes too.
Yeah, but it's not just people. It's. I mean, listen. It's reliable sources. It's news sources.
I think athletes should shut their mouth.
Well, that's what C10s is saying too. Man.
Shut up. Stop going on this, and where the entire world is watching you, and can criticize you. Stop. Keep your mouth shut. Play the game. You're getting paid a fortune. Shut the hell up.
It's exactly right, but it's also in the same regard. It's when you become that big, when you become that known, and you're that successful. Again, like C10 just put in, he's amassed over $200 million, almost $300 million in his career with the with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. In a no-name town, really. No offense to Green Bay, but their population is not huge.
I know, but their fan base is huge.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The thing about it, everybody in Green Bay is
the 50s.
Diehard
Green Bay fans. Yeah.
Cheesehead,
From Bart Starr, to now. They've always had great quarterbacks. Bart Starr, obviously.
And then Brett Favre.
And this guy.
Which I know, what was it? Aaron Rodgers passed him. I know we covered that a little bit. He passed him on the touchdown.
Yeah. Well, quite a few now already.
Yeah. But
he's going to keep going. Don't forget, Brett Favre left Green Bay. He went to Minnesota. He went to the Jets.
Oh, yeah. So. Oh, yeah. Well, so speaking of fantasy football, again, we want to give a congratulations to Broski. S. Peck. I'm sure you guys have seen him in the chat here and there every once in a while, but he has finally made it to our fantasy football league Super Bowl.
Yep.
And congratulations to him. I also want to give a shout out to Goonie B. If you don't know who Goonie B is, he's a good friend of ours, and he's also a live streamer. But I saw he had tweeted out he won his fantasy football league Super Bowl. So again, congratulations to Goonie B for taking home the championship. Oh my God!
How was the Super Bowl over already?
Huh? So the way it works is the season, because of how long the season is, right? You see how our season goes. We drafted a little bit later. His league drafted a week earlier.
I gotcha. Okay.
All right.
There's my answer.
So yeah. And that's that. There you go.
What do you think about what we were discussing?
That's what I'm thinking is what happened. By the way, don't quote me on this. I still have yet to talk to Goonie about it. But yeah, he won his fucking Super Bowl. That's exciting. That's awesome.
Let's see if anybody agrees with us. I don't know if you do. I think you said it. Remember I told you when we talked? They've eliminated the buys almost completely. Eliminate them totally. And let more teams get into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. So Papa K had a brilliant idea he discussed with me during the course of the week.
But it's my thought.
All right, well, then that's my opinion. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right?
Stop with the buys.
No bye weeks in the playoffs. Right? That was it?
Yeah.
You want to go over it? Because I don't want to...
Every year
your idea. Give your idea.
Eliminate the buys and let another team or two, whatever, get into a playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
Because who wants to sit home? How many teams have sat home then when they came back after the bye and they sucked?
Too much time. Yeah, they lost the momentum.
Remember the Giants when they won? They had the wild card, what do they call it? Wild card?
Yeah.
Kept playing, won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they kept the momentum. So yeah, I do agree with that.
Let teams get in. Nobody cares about the bye.
Yeah,
I don't.
Creating another, so Papa K's idea, creating another wild card slot.
Why not?
Getting rid of the bye week. I like it. Honestly, especially with the extended season now, we have 2 bye weeks, right?
I believe one. I think it's one in the NFC, one in the AFC. I'm not sure.
Well, for the regular season.
During the regular season, you have the week off.
Yeah, but I thought they added an additional week off because they added an extra.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, I do like the idea.
I think after week 13, it was no more buys.
Okay. We got Glove Clan in the chat saying, "Hey guys, yo, what's happening, Glove?"
Glove
Clan. How you doing, man? How's everything going? Hopefully you're having an incredible week, dude.
C10. Who do you follow, if anybody, in football? I always forget. I don't know if he was a Buffalo fan or what.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I believe he mentioned it in chat once. Yo, we got HZH in the chat saying, "My guys, yo, H, what's happening, dude? Long time no see. How you been, bro? How's everything going? Hopefully you You having a good time out there? Hopefully it's a lot warm, a lot warmer where you are than where we are, dude.
Where's he?
Alabama.
Well, they're getting some storms down there too. Tennessee's getting hit with snow right now. So.
But dude, how's everything going? Hopefully everybody's doing great, having a great. How's the start of everybody's New Year's so far?
2022. My furnace went out.
Yeah, your furnace. Yeah, you're already starting the year off with a rough one.
Right, $9,000 in the hole. No big deal. No big deal. The guy did a great job, and his name was Jermaine, I think. Great job he did.
Let's see. C10 says my favorite team. Was I supposed to wear my Union Red shirt also? Wait, are you? I think he's making fun of us.
Red Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Papa K. I feel like he's always rocking, Coca-Cola. I can't say anything.
I was good to
now.
them. They were good to me.
I forgot to change out of my uniform, so I'm actually wearing my stuff right now.
Believe me, this is just a coincidence.
I don't know. I feel like that's like your thing.
No.
It's like almost like you're doing like a subliminal
Everything
message.
else is in the laundry. So.
Let's see. Yo, Glove Clan over here. You want to bring up that conversation about the Browns and Giants, Wiz? Listen, Glove. The Giants suck.
Yeah.
All right, dude? It's bad. It's bad. I've given up on them.
How long do you think it's going to take? I think, personally, unless they do some serious good drive, 5 years. Easy.
When you take the Browns, Pops, and the Giants, where do you hold, do you hold the Browns higher than the Giants right now?
Right now, yeah.
100%?
Right now, yeah. But not previously.
Like much higher, or like just...
No, because now fans are talking about trying to get Baker Mayfield to come to the Giants. No thanks.
I'll take him.
By the way, he went on the surgery already.
I'll take him. Good.
No, I wouldn't take him. I'll take Russell Wilson.
I'll take Russell Wilson. Listen, right now, I don't feel it with Daniel Jones anymore.
No, but Baker Mayfield hasn't shown me nothing that he's a winner. Russell Wilson has. I would take him in a heartbeat. Give him another 5 years.
Was I supposed to wear? We got Grim over here saying pretty good. 29 more days. Oh, that's right. We got Grim's birthday coming up soon.
How old? 33?
Is it 33? I thought it was 32 or 33, Grim.
Oh, he's a puppy.
It's actually cold out here. Cold as fuck out here, says HDH. 24 degrees tonight. Ooh.
In Alabama?
Damn.
Wow. I told you. They got a storm coming through there right now down south. It's not like years ago. Years ago, the south was warm almost the whole year.
Yeah, global warming.
Everybody went to Florida, in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Now, the oranges are freezing.
Everything's different.
Oh, without a doubt.
Grim says 32. All right, I was correct on that.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Let's see. Glove Clan saying Pops is smart for not wanting Baker.
Well, I wouldn't take him, especially now after surgery.
Okay, so what?
The guy hasn't shown me nothing, really.
What are you talking about? He took the Browns to the playoffs.
Yeah, and lost.
Okay, he still took them to the playoffs.
Should have won. Should have beat Kansas City.
Jesus
No Patrick
Christ.
Mahomes in that game. They couldn't beat him.
Listen.
A good quarterback beats him.
Listen. Right now, as Giants fans over here, we have no right to say anything about shoulda, coulda, what.
I'd take Russell Wilson in a heartbeat, but I wouldn't take Baker Mayfield.
I would take Baker. I would.
No.
I would.
No.
I would. No. Okay. Baker or Daniel Jones? You got two options. Who do you want as your starting quarterback?
Russell Wilson.
That wasn't an option.
Why?
Because
neither one.
Neither one. So you don't want a quarterback?
No.
No. This is you have to pick one.
Oh no, Daniel Jones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because Daniel Jones is showing you something.
No, just
to spite. You just want to spite Baker.
He's always hurt. Maybe he can get one season where he can play 16, 17 games. Don't forget, he missed 7 games again this year. Last year he missed games.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? Regardless of that, you think that he would have been a difference maker?
No.
Because Baker Mayfield was a difference maker for Cleveland.
Yeah, but with that offensive line on the Giants, he'd get murdered.
Okay. But I'm just saying, when we're talking difference makers here, chat, do you agree with me or no? Am I crazy?
Neither one. They both suck. Baker's better. But
there you go. Thank you. He said it. He said it.
Think about it. They got Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Fuck yeah.
And a pretty decent offensive line compared to our porous offensive line.
I know. Honestly, the Giants.
Grandmothers could run through there and tackle the quarterback. Are you kidding me?
That's a good one. That's a good one. But listen, regardless of who, like you just made a point right here. Doesn't matter who you bring as a quarterback to the New York Giants, it ain't gonna make a whole hell of a difference.
They have to draft offensive line.
Yeah, but again, here's the problem with that. Okay, you get Russell. Let's say you get Russell Wilson as a quarterback for the New York Giants. You get a new offensive line. You think that chemistry is just gonna like that? No. Takes a couple seasons.
If these guys are any good, who would they draft?
Takes a couple. It's still, regardless, it takes a couple seasons.
Yeah, you're right. Some guys.
We're not talking about one guy. You're talking about the front. The front.
I would say 3 guys they need.
That are going to mesh.
Yeah.
Right off
that
the
are
bat.
good. That can block. Look at the Colts. Look at the Cowboys a few years ago. They drafted all these guys, and these guys are damn good.
All these years ago. Again,
not
proving my point.
Again,
proving my point.
Maybe 3.
Again, my thing is this. You bring Russell Wilson in, right? Let's say you got your guy, Dad.
Yeah.
Let's say he comes over and he goes, I'm a New York Giant, yeah! And then, 6 games later, as they're pulling clumps of dirt and grass out of his mask because nobody can fucking protect him.
That's the problem.
We're going to be like, well, he's got legs.
But even with
he's got a leg. He's going to be running for his life every week.
He doesn't even do that anymore. Even with a bad Seattle team now.
So he's going to get knocked the fuck out.
They still won 7 games. And possibly 8 if they win this week.
A better offensive line.
Not that good. Trust me. It's all about him. It's all about him. He has DJ Metcalf and what's his name? Tyler Lockett? DK, yeah. Who hasn't done much either.
Listen. The New York Giants need so many pieces.
Oh yeah.
So many. Like we might as well, like, basically what we have for the New York Giants. Like look at the corners of the screen, right? Picture the screen as the New York Giants puzzle, all right? We're gonna have a little fun with this. We got like a couple of pieces over here. There might be some over here. We got some, because when you're doing a puzzle, right? You always go with the outside of the puzzle, right? We don't even have the full outside of the puzzle figured out yet.
No.
All right? Doesn't matter what you put in the middle. None of it's going to make sense.
They need at least 8 productive good players down the road.
Right now, the only parts of this puzzle that we have together is a decent defense. A good
but they're
defense.
falling apart because they can't.
Because they're on the field all the fucking time.
Yeah. They turn around, they're down 14 points.
Giants make me curse a lot, so I apologize in advance.
No, they're a shit team. They need to get offensive tackles and guards. They need a real young, good receiver. Maybe this kid Tony will be the answer.
Hopefully, can he stay healthy?
Shepard can't stay on the field. Ingram, forget about him. Get rid of him. Get me a new tight end.
We got a new tight end.
He's too old. Sorry.
Yeah, but we got him. Did we only get him for a year?
I hope so.
Okay, so you don't know? I don't know if we got the, what it was.
I think Galladay got more money for a couple more years, and he's done nothing. Another guy.
He's not a tight end. He's a wide receiver.
Did nothing.
No, man. We don't
Detroit said, go. Please leave us. We can be 2-15 without you.
But here's the thing, and I'm going to bring this back to Daniel Jones. Since we're staying on this Giants topic, I get where C10s was going though, because now I realize there's a lot of red on the screen.
You want us to change? You got anything blue?
You were just wearing your blue Rangers.
It's too warm in here.
Now it's always too warm in here.
Oh, this house.
Wow, this actually feels cool in here.
If I had my way, I'd be stripping. Nobody wants to see an old 70-year-old body either. Put the shirt back on, fast.
Oh God!
We just lost 9 viewers.
Our only 9. We've somehow went into negative numbers now, everybody. Oh my God!
We're kidding.
We're having a little fun.
Not doing nothing.
Little fun.
Okay.
Little fun. You ever have a little fun? We have a lot.
The only good team we have in New York, well, officially Buffalo.
Yeah, the Bills.
Right.
Bills, football-wise.
Here, everybody roots for the Giants and the Jets, let's face it, in New York City.
No, I died.
Well,
I'm going to disagree.
Majority is New York Giants.
Okay.
And,
majority.
And Jets fans.
But even then, do you even consider this rooting anymore? Are we really rooting? I'm not rooting for the Giants. I haven't watched.
It's a shame.
I watched the Chicago game, and I tried. I tried to be. I was like, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this all the way through and see.
Do it.
I got to the fourth quarter, and I felt like it felt like my eyeball was pulsing. You know, and there was like new veins I didn't even know I had coming out of my face and neck.
14-0. 4 minutes in. I said, what the hell happened? What the hell happened so fast in 14 minutes? 4 minutes.
We got Glove Clan over here saying, yeah, this stream just got really sexy. Tommy K. Talking about you taking your shirt off.
Only kidding. I should bring them the picture of what I look like when I have the basement.
Do it.
I don't have it with me.
No, I'm saying like do it like in the future.
Yeah.
I didn't say like just leave in the middle of the show.
When I was, a young man.
That'd be fucking weird. Well, like if you just, I'll be right back, and like it's 20, 30 minutes of me sitting here going, so.
Of course not.
My co-host just decided he really needed this picture.
No.
Make,
Actually, I don't even look at it, but sometimes I pass by it and go, oh shit. Why can't I look like that now? No gray hair, tight skin and shit. No.
You look good though. You look good, Pops.
Oh, yeah, but those days.
I'll tell you,
folks. I followed the Elvis Presley lamb chops look.
Yeah.
In the late 60s.
I know the black and white photo.
Yeah.
Bring that next Thursday.
Yeah. Sideburns.
Pops is gonna bring a photo. And you were what, in your 20s?
I think it was 19.
You were 19.
Yeah, because the clothes. Because I was in a dry cleaning business, and I remember the shirt that I was wearing.
Okay. Bring that out next week. You'll see.
All my friends followed the routine after I got so popular, because the girls liked it for some reason.
Well, it was the Elvis thing.
Yeah. And all my friends started growing the sideburns.
Everybody loved Elvis. Come on. I actually saw some crazy shit. It was... I forgot where I saw it. But it was this dude, and his name was Jesse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he's been in like a mental home or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he kept claiming that he was Elvis Presley.
Okay.
And
That's
people,
why he's in a mental home.
but people were like, and he was like, do a blood test.
Yeah.
And they did a blood test for what they had on record, I guess,
mm-hmm.
like DNA wise, like from his parents, and it matched both Elvis's parents. So maybe Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black was right. Elvis just left the building.
Yeah.
You know? Dude, how crazy would that shit be, though? If he's really, like, he faked his death and he was really alive and, like, just kind of got out of the limelight. I mean, I could understand it. I could understand it as something being plausible, right? Because, think about it, he was the most popular man on the planet. And he was the first to do what he did. He was the first to have over a billion people watching him aloha in Hawaii. Via satellite, all right? Could you imagine the level of pressure? And you're the first to hit those numbers?
Well, that's when it first came out, 73.
But that's what I'm saying is think about that. Think about that level of pressure. I think anybody would crack under that.
Unfortunately, Elvis took so many amphetamines. I don't think it bothered him.
Friggin' Glove says, no, Elvis was in Home Alone and you know it. He was in Home Alone? Elvis was not in Home Alone.
No.
Glove, where are you going with this? You're confusing me, man. Elvis was in Home Alone.
If Elvis is still alive, he'd be 87 now.
Well, this picture definitely looks like an 87-year-old man.
As far as the blood work, I don't know about that. Elvis had a twin, who died at childbirth.
Okay, but then...
And that was the only children they had.
With that being said, though, so then Elvis was, alive until he was presumed not alive.
Oh.
And then this has happened.
It's conspiracy theories,
I know, but it's just like, again, it could be one of those, like, one of those papers you see where, like, aliens abducted my dog and,
I know.
And he came back with, like, antlers or something. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, it was just something I saw. It was something I saw, all right? And I thought it was interesting. So I was like, let me bring it up, man. Come on, man. It's a sportscast, but it's also, like, we talk a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We talk stuff. He says, look it up. There's a guy in the background who people claimed was Elvis in the movie.
In Home Alone? I saw Home Alone 1,000
With Macaulay
times.
Culkin.
I never saw anybody.
Guy in the background. Which scene? Which scene? Because now I want to look this up, Glove. Hold on a second. Now Grimm's confirming this. Yeah, apparently people claim that Elvis was in the scene with John Candy at the airport when he meets Kevin's mom and offers her a ride home with his polka band. He's in a... What? But he would have been dead by when that movie came out, right? That movie came out in the 80s, right?
Home Alone?
Yeah.
1990.
1990. I was close.
Yeah. Yeah, he was dead 13 years already.
They're claiming he's in that scene.
I don't think so.
We gotta watch Home Alone again.
You don't think somebody else would have noticed that by now and said, "Hey, is that him?"
I don't know.
32
Would anybody believe it?
You know how many times they showed that during Christmas? About 100 times.
Yeah, I know, but again,
And
would
I never
anybody
even
believe
looked
it?
for that.
Would you be like, would you sit there and stand on a soapbox and be like, that was definitely him?
I can't say yes or no. I'm figuring he's dead. But if he's not, he pulled off the all-time greatest,
Yeah.
how would you say? What's the word?
Hoax?
Hoax, yeah.
That shit would be crazy, though.
I mean, they've had shows on
was
Reels
alive?
where like our shows about conspiracy theories that it wasn't him in the casket.
See? It's just,
Yeah.
again, just conspiracy theories, but, who knows? And Glove says the guy does look like Elvis with a beard, to be fair. I gotta look there. I kind of want to see it. Now I kind of want to watch the movie, fast forward to
I
that
have to
scene.
bring my movies out again. I put all my Christmas movies away.
Yeah, just go get Home Alone.
Yeah.
Fast forward to that scene, what they're saying. The scene that they're saying right now is the polka band scene.
Yeah. Polka.
Let's see. HDH says Elvis had a what? In the movie, the walls have ears, and they didn't edit it out. Get the fuck out of here, H. Do you know what he's talking about?
No.
He said he was...
I don't know what this means.
He was excited.
Yeah.
Like, excited.
Oh. No.
And they didn't edit it out. Have you seen this movie? The Walls Have Ears?
No. Never
With
heard.
Elvis? No? Correction. Was Girls, Girls, Girls.
That's more like it. Yeah.
Right.
And
Have you seen that one?
Probably. I think Anne Margaret was on that one. Who loved Elvis.
Let's see. Oh my God. Grim said he sent you the YouTube clip to your messenger. The YouTube clip? Oh boy. Wait, of the Home Alone thing or the Girls, Girls, Girls thing?
Yeah, that was in the 60s, I think. 60s or 70s we made it. Elvis made a ton of movies.
How many movies you make?
I'd say about 33.
Damn, that's a lot of movies. Okay, you made a lot of movies. That's fucking hilarious, though.
And only about 4 of them were any good.
Said one money,
They wouldn't let-
two a show.
They wouldn't let him act. He said it always had to be about him with gorgeous girls, him singing on a
That's gotta be
beach.
frustrating.
Yeah. Remember the movies I told you that I thought were great movies by him? King Creole. I think that was probably his best, in my opinion. Jailhouse Rock. Loving You. And a lot of people like Kid Galahad, who was a boxer. That wasn't one of my favorites.
No. Okay.
But King Creole, that was Elvis.
That was him acting?
That was like, he didn't have to act. That was his life.
Oh.
Yeah. He had a rough time.
Clove Glad says, better send them both. The supposed Home Alone cameo. Okay, so Grim sent us the Home Alone cameo in Messenger. Which I got my phone charging right now, so we can't check it. Because it's charging. And because I don't feel like getting up and getting it. Because I'm lazy.
Easy shit.
No, I definitely want to check it out, though. Yo, Grim, thank you for sending that, man. I appreciate you.
That's all. No, this is my opinion.
You know what, though? We're going to watch it before you leave tonight.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because I want to watch the Rangers.
Okay, so you're going to miss 30 seconds.
Elvis has been dead for 52 years or whatever.
I swear.
42. 45.
HDH says, dancing scene, and with a nice-looking blonde. Elvis was fully torqued.
I think it was Anne Margaret.
It's probably who it was, H. And Margaret.
Yeah. Do you know his birthday's coming up?
Mm.
I think 3 days or 2 days. His birthday, I believe. Anybody can confirm this. I think Elvis's birthday is January 8th, and that would be.
That's in 3 days. 2 days.
2 days. Yeah, that would be Saturday. Yeah.
Shit. So he would have been 88.
Yeah.
Anybody ever try to do like the Elvis dance where he does like that little? You ever try to do it?
No.
You never tried to do it?
No, of course
Why not? You're a big Elvis fan.
Sing like him.
I tried. Okay, but you never tried to do the move?
No. Ed Sullivan wouldn't allow him to do it.
I've tried to do the move.
He had his own way. A lot of guys tried to impersonate him at that time, or even after his death, and they couldn't do it.
That's see this bad because I'm
Remember,
sitting down.
like an aloha with the arm?
Yeah.
You know?
I like when he like holds the guitar out. And he's like, hold on, I'm blocking your face there. And he's like,
I hope this suit don't tear up, baby.
Do do
When he put the whole split,
do do
right?
do. We're caught in a trap.
He was very agile.
I can't
let me tell you.
walk
I think
out.
he was a karate guy, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I love you too much, baby.
He never smoked, never did, never drank really.
No.
But unfortunately, got hooked on amphetamines.
Because when he was in the service.
That's when it started.
That's when it started,
In
yeah.
Germany. Yeah.
Oh,
shame.
hold on. We got HCH confirming that it was Laurel Goodwin
Who's that?
that he was dancing with in that scene.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, so it wasn't an
Oh, she was in a couple of his movies,
Yeah.
but so were a ton of other women.
Laurel Goodwin.
I don't remember her at all. No offense, Laura. If she's still alive.
Oh, and Grim says, yup, 2 days. 87, not 88. All right, okay.
That's right, yeah. That's right, it's this year, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, 87, yeah.
Okay, so he might, listen, chat, he might be alive. He might be still,
How about trivia? What day did he die? Quick trivia.
That's like,
And what year?
'77.
Yep.
I only know that because we just talked about Home Alone, and you said he was dead 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said
yeah,
his
yeah,
movie
yeah,
came out in the 90s.
Okay, what?
So 1977.
What
Glove
date?
Clan saying 78 over here.
No, 77.
Glove Clan also saying he was a safe white guy doing black music without scaring the youth, according to the 50s. He did steal a lot of music, right?
He didn't steal it. He got permission to copy it. He loved the black singers at that time.
Soul music.
He loved, what's his name? Johnny B. Good. Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
Did that song in Aloha. You know, he actually liked the Beatles.
Well, that peanut did not taste good.
Yeah, because he copied
Yeah.
the song Something in the Way You Move. That was a Beatles song. But there were certain songs that Elvis did that nobody else ever did.
You ever like you know when you're cooking something and you burn the shit out of it,
Yeah.
and then you just like you take a bite anyways because you're
For
like
what reason? Because you're a masochist?
because you're like, oh, maybe the inside's still good,
Yeah, right.
but it just tastes like burnt.
Burr.
That's what that peanut just tasted like. That peanut just
It was rotten.
It was bad. That was not. What did you just give me? What is this? A Musketeer bar? I don't
No,
want this.
take the taste out of your mouth.
Yeah, I will with this.
No. I was just offering.
I just thought I'd offer.
I just thought I'd tell you. Tell me what?
Got a couple of bad peanuts in the room.
We got days on a team.
I don't know how we went down this rabbit hole of what the hell's going on here on the Pops and Wiz Sportscast, but we're here now. We've gone there. We've touched new grounds, everybody. Oh, Matt. Go.
You have, what was I saying earlier?
That Elvis
Jets
is alive.
suck. Giants suck. The Knicks right now suck. The Devils and the Islanders are eh.
Grim's got it. August 16th,
Yeah. Yes.
1977.
Yep. Yep.
I got the year right, so I get half credit.
Yep.
Because I know some math from time to
Right now,
time.
I'll include Buffalo because they are New York. They are once again in the playoffs, and the Rangers are looking phenomenal. And Panarin's not even playing; he's got a body injury right now, lower body again. You know, NHL never tells you, and they're still winning.
It's either upper body or lower body.
That's it. Yeah, and they
So,
insist
yeah.
they will never tell you what it is.
Why?
I don't know. NHL says they want to go into detail about his knee, his shoulder, blah blah blah, his chest, groin, whatever. They just say upper or lower. That's it, and we'll leave it at that.
Feel like it's like we're playing that game Operation.
Remember that?
All right, is it the upper? All right, let's try to figure out. It's not his shoulder. It's not his wrist.
But again, getting back to the Rangers real quick, they're doing really well.
Got Glove Clan cracking up over here. He goes, Buffalo is in New York? I never knew!
Are you kidding me?
He's fucking with you.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
I mean, they're playing... I think Josh Allen already told management, he goes, if we build a new stadium, we are putting a dome on if you want me here.
Making demands.
He's a young man. He's already taken them to the playoffs 3 times.
He's a young man making demands.
Why not?
Wants a roof.
Too. I don't want to play in.
He's saying, I built this house. I want a roof on it.
It's not like the Bears and the Packers and even the Vikings. I don't know if the Vikings are indoor anymore. I think they are.
That was almost gone.
But the other 2 teams had their whole stadium done over and didn't want a roof. Are you kidding?
I don't get that.
I was watching the Packers the other day, right? There's 9 guys with no shirts on. It was 5 degrees.
Speaking of no shirts, Antonio Brown had a fucking meltdown apparently. Did you hear about this?
I saw it.
You were watching that game?
When it happened, he had a meltdown.
So apparently they wanted him. Now I heard more about it today, but for those that don't know what was going on, during the Tampa Bay Buccaneers New York Jets game, did he score a touchdown or something?
No.
No, he just ripped his jersey and pads off.
Yeah.
And ran like away waving, and then down the tunnel.
Yeah. And claimed later, this is news today, and said, they're not giving me the ball enough.
That's so weird because what I heard on the radio today is he was telling the coach that he's still got an ankle injury and he didn't want to play.
And they said two
and they told him to go out there.
It's 2 appointments for him to get his check, and he missed them both. So you know what Bruce Arians told him today? Can I say it? It's nasty.
I don't know how nasty. Get the fuck out of here.
That's what he told him.
We whispered it, but I guarantee, I know you heard it. It's a really good microphone.
That's what he said. Get the F out of here.
Get the...
Yeah. We had enough of your nonsense.
I mean, we've cursed a bunch of times on this show already.
The guy's nuts. He needs help. I mean, the guy's turned down $29 million for stupid reasons.
He was in Pittsburgh.
And now, with Tampa Bay, all he had to do was get one more catch. Right? One more reception, and he was incentive another $1 million. And he goes crazy and melts down in MetLife and runs off the field half naked. Are you kidding me?
I mean, he took his shirt and pads off.
You're not allowed to take your helmet off in the NFL. You're automatically disqualified. On the field, you can't take your helmet off.
So you're saying he might have went a little too far?
Yeah. He's nuts.
How old is he?
I'll say early 30s.
He'll be signed with another team next season.
No, according to the NFL, this is it.
This was the last straw.
Well, that's it. Unless, he gets help. There's something wrong with him.
Now, I was talking to somebody about this. He got knocked the fuck out this season at some point. Somebody blasted him hard. I forgot which game it was.
He has whatever they call it?
No. I think he's got a concussion or what is it?
They wouldn't let him play, Matthew. I mean, Mr. Wiz. They would not let him play. NFL.
I think Pops at this point you could either call me Wiz or you could call me Matt.
You could call me Johnson, but you don't have to call me JJ. That was an old commercial. That was a commercial years ago.
But I'm pretty sure with how many times you've messed that up, everybody knows what my real name is.
I know. Anyway, first of all, if he had that, he has to go NFL protocol.
Hi, my name's Mr. Whiskers, a.k.a. Matt.
So that was all BS. Then, like I just told you, twice they offered medical appointments. He never showed up.
It's crazy. He probably has some serious head trauma.
I don't know. I think he needs some help, though.
Yeah, I think he needs a fucking CAT scan or something.
There's so many people that say, and I agree, he's one of the most talented receivers I've seen in the last 10, 15 years. But he's nuts. And I don't mean that in a wrong way. I think he needs help.
No, I agree.
Whether it's, psychological,
especially like right now, the Bucks are going to the playoffs.
Yeah, he had a chance to go to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
And he runs off the field,
clearly,
ripping his shirt off and helmet? Are you kidding me?
Regardless of any jokes that have been made or anything like that towards Antonio Brown, there might be something seriously wrong there. Because again, he's on a team that could potentially go to the Super Bowl again, and a stunt like this happens.
And Brady loves him. Brady said, that's the only reason Bruce Arians got him. Because Brady says, I want him.
Yeah.
Now, how does that make Brady look now?
I don't think that makes Brady look like anything right now.
No, but it looks like, I just wanted a nut job.
Yeah, but I don't think that Brady wanted a talented wide receiver that is.
But he's already got a couple.
I get that, but you know what? Again, when you give a mouse a cookie, he wants a glass of milk. If you give him a glass of milk, he's gonna want a place to lay down. If you give him a place to lay down, he wants a pillow, a fucking blanket, a heater next to the bed. That's Tom Brady, and I get that. You want every available weapon for you because you want to be unstoppable.
But you don't want a guy that, the NFL is very proud of their players. They work really hard.
Grim over here saying you can't take the helmet off on the field unless it's knocked off, right?
That's all. Yes, that's good.
Okay,
but that's it.
There you go.
But once you take your helmet off, and let's say you want to fight somebody, you're automatically disqualified.
And we got Glove Clan over here. He says, but don't call me Shirley. You can call me Wiz.
Airplane.
You got a Glove?
Yeah.
Glove.
Leslie Nielsen.
Glove throwing some references out there. My man slipping them into the chat right there. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, everybody.
That guy became more famous real fast as a comedian actor than he was as a serious actor. And he was a very serious actor.
Oh my God, like the Naked Gun movies?
All that, yeah. But he made a fortune later.
Priceless.
He always played a serious guy, whether it was Western,
he was on
Columbo.
All right, Glove has redeemed 100 channel treats, and he wants us to. He's highlighted a message. If you give him Mouse a cookie, he'll ask for a Super Bowl win. Tom Brady. Well spoken, good set.
That's not the actual saying, though. What you said is the actual.
No,
saying.
it is.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Now
it is. I like.
You're going against President Harrison Ford, aren't you?
I'll go against him if I have to. Yeah, if I must. If I must. For the ratings. Wait, what?
No ratings. Here I am, dry as a bone.
Oh well, you could give me a fucking tap on the knee. Or so. Why are you kicking me now?
You said give me a tap.
I said a tap. I didn't say a foot. This is some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Ah! What's the difference? Oh, wait, no, there is a difference. Nobody heard me say anything. All right, let's relax.
We're getting. I'm trying to bring up the Rangers, and you're shooting them down.
Because we're talking about other things.
So, but at least this team is good. By the way, they allowed a taxi squad to go with them because of COVID now. So if anybody has COVID on this road trip, they have guys right there to replace them.
Shit.
Yeah.
What are we at right now? We are actually almost up to our first break. We have a couple of things, actually. Okay, we got a lot to talk about next half.
All right, we'll do the picks, though, after this.
We'll start with the Pops picks.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll keep going.
And chat, we got a lot of great teams up here. A lot of tough picks again. And actually, really quick, get the paper. Get the Pops forgot the book. He forgot the book tonight. I told him. I said, I almost locked him out of the house. You gotta go get the book. What if anybody asks?
He'd be a great actor, wouldn't he be? All right, you went 2-4. I went 4-2, and Wildman went 3-3.
So Wildman, I remember from last week. So Wildman would be 11-10 right now.
Something like that. I think he was 8-7. So yeah.
11-10. I don't know what my record is, and I can't even bother.
I think I picked up 2 games on you. Obviously.
I don't know how many games I had on you. I don't know how close you are to catching up to me now.
I was 3 behind you, so now I should be
I'm only one game ahead of you.
Yeah.
So I got to make a difference this week.
Yeah. If you don't, I'll pass you this week.
I'm just going to pick every team that you pick.
I'll let you go first.
No, I'm going to go with... I will, if you want me to. I will. You know, even though you won, technically you should go first, but...
No.
I'm going to pick with my heart. I'm going to pick with my head.
Head, not your heart. Yeah.
I could do either or. The Giants aren't up there, so I ain't fucking worried.
We haven't put the Giants or the Jets up in like, 4 or 5 weeks?
It's been like a month.
Yeah.
Think
about it. Last week we could have put the Jets, but they were so heavily underdog, I didn't think they'd make a game of it.
Do you see this look?
And they only lost by what?
Every time I say the word Giants, my face just goes down. Even my mustache is sad.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sometimes I just like to say shit just to see your
I
reaction.
just think funny things.
Sometimes I just think funny things. Happy New Year for the third
When you mentioned that game operation,
this week.
Who did I think of right away?
The crazy dude with the red nose in the game operation?
Yeah, who did I think of? What comedian? Who said that?
Jim Gaffigan.
No. You gave me the tape.
Ron White.
No.
Dane Cook.
Yep.
Third tries the charm. Yo, we got Wild Man Dave in the chat saying, hey, I'm here.
I finally see what you look like now. Man, you're a big guy.
Yo, he's got arms, man. He's got fucking cannons.
He's been a football player.
Dude. Wild Man, I told you, Wild Man, I was going to show Pops the VOD.
Yeah.
Wild Man made a bet, a gentleman's bet chat with Papa K over here. And he says, if I lose, now Wild Man's got pepper extract, 1.6 million Scoville units. That's fucking hot. When you consider sriracha, so regular sriracha sauce is like 1,600. 1.6 million. And definitely I would go check it out. He put 2 drops on his tongue. Now, but this is this week's though, right? That the bet pertained to the one that we did last week.
Yeah.
And he went 3-3. What was your record?
4-2.
4-2. So Wild Man, you lost. You're gonna have to do those 2 drops.
No. I don't want to. I saw his face.
Papa K said it. Papa K said it. But Wild Man took 2 drops of this stuff.
I don't want to poison you.
And it is. You can see But Wild, he held his own. He held.
You know what it would have did to me if I saw him do that?
Like, you remember the movie Aliens? Remember the movie Aliens with the acid? It would have burned a hole right through your tongue.
Yeah.
And then through the floor.
Probably would jump through that window.
Don't do that. We just got these windows. All right. I really don't feel like calling the company up and be like, "Hey, can you get us another window?"
What happened? I don't know. Pops jumped through it like an ass.
Club Clan saying, "I just work at the bookstore, man." Wild Man says, "Don't worry, I won't walk over you, Papa K. I'll do it tomorrow."
No, don't do it. You have my permission not to do it.
You heard it here. Papa K saying he's giving you
have a shot of booze first.
He's giving you a pardon.
Does he like booze?
He likes whiskey.
Have a shot of whiskey instead.
He said it tasted like whiskey in the VOD.
Didn't look like it.
Well, it had the after effects. It was a good call having that glass of milk there, though, buddy.
Yeah. No.
Holy shit!
No, don't do it.
But yeah, if you want to see a gentleman take a couple of drops of pepper extract, be sure to check out Wild Man Dave's channel. It's still in his VODs. We watched it before we went live tonight, and man, I tip my hat to you, good sir. But now but here's the good thing that came out of this is you get to pick your Super Bowl pick now. Because originally, if you lost to Wild Man Dave over here,
right,
he was going to get to pick your Super Bowl pick.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that, do you?
Sort of.
Sort of. We have a little too much fun here sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I know who I'm picking already. I hope I'm wrong.
Hold on a second. Let's see. Wild Man Dave says, I'll do both.
You're out of your mind.
You almost got him to spit his beer out.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God. Wow, man. You almost had him ruin my PlayStation over here, dude.
At least, no. I would suggest you do the whiskey first.
A little bit of whiskey, a little bit. A little bit of. Oh my God! Put a drop of that stuff in the whiskey.
God almighty.
Make it spicy whiskey.
I saw his face go. Was that?
Yeah, he turned into a dragon for a second. But yo, we're gonna go on a quick break, stretching the legs.
We're gonna do the picks.
Little restroom break. We're gonna do our picks for everybody. Listen, there's a lot of room on here, so if you want to get your name in the books that Papa K did not bring down here tonight. But we're gonna write it down. We'll write it down on a piece of paper, right? We got it. We'll keep it up to date. He's gonna transfer that information from last week's picks to the book, and he's not gonna forget it next week, right?
Yep.
All right. So we got a lot of good teams up here. If you want to be involved in it, stick around. All right, because when we come back from our little break, we're gonna be getting to Pop's picks, going over the teams. You want to be on the board? Let us know in chat. Tell us what teams you want. We'll put you up there.
Yep.
Wildman Dave, you're 11-10 right now, so
yeah,
you're actually
strong. He was 1-5.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm coming back real strong soon.
So
I'm only one game behind this guy over here.
This guy over here. Hey. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, Meow. All right, well, we're back. We're back, everybody. You're watching the Pops and Wiz Sportscast, and we're your hosts. My name is Mr. Whiskers, and we got Papa K over here. And as you can see, he's ready. He was setting the board up right off the bat.
I was going to say, if C10's still listening, remember those days we used to party and watch the fights in the early 90s?
Oh, my God. I remember as a kid,
coming down,
being able to come down, cheese, pickles, and, crackers.
A lot of beer.
Well, I didn't get that many.
No, but...
it was one of those cool feelings for me as a kid, because I felt like I was like one of the guys.
My point is, those drinking days, those are way behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was like his pop, Mr. Shannon, who was, graduated to a lighter beer,
Oh, yeah.
When I first met him, it was Budweiser.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on he went to Coors Light or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we never drank as much. Anyway, let's go.
Pops picks. Let's get ready to do this. I'm going to go with Papa K with his picks. So he's going with you.
Who?
Wild Man Dave says he's going to go with your picks this week.
Right.
All right. Well, for this week's picks, everybody, we have...
So last week...
We have... What do we got here? The Chargers versus the Raiders.
Big game.
Right up here. We got Pittsburgh, Baltimore over here. For Pop's pick of the week, he's got Seattle and Arizona. So, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I've got the Vikings and the Bears down here. We have the Colts and the Jaguars. And we have Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. So, right off the bat, let's just start with you, Pops. Pops picks. Seattle, Arizona. Where are we going? And while Pops is thinking, just to go over this, as I like to do every time we do Pops Picks, the way we do this is, if you want one of these squares, just let us know which game you want. We'll put your name up there. Regardless of that, even if you don't have one of these squares, if you like one of the teams and you want to pick them to win, just tell us which team you want, and I'll put your name next to it. All right? So, Seattle, Arizona, Papa K. What do we got?
I hate to do it, but I'm going to go with Seattle.
You're going Seattle. Papa K is picking...
Arizona's been lousy at home.
Seattle over here. All right. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very interesting.
Now, I should go with Arizona because they just beat the Cowboys, but they're very up and down lately in the last 8 games.
I know. And it's that up and down that I like. And I love that we put difficult picks up here. Because
I'm just feeling Russell Wilson's going to go out on a win. Arizona's in the playoffs, so they could actually sit Kyler Murray after the half.
See, that's a really good point. So, Wild Man Dave, I'm going to put you in there for Seattle then. You're going with Pops.
Okay.
All right, so let's put Wild Man up here.
You should pick your own, Wild Man. You did pretty good in the last 2 weeks.
Hey, he said what he wants to do. All right.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do. Yeah. He made his decision. Okay. All right, he's going with Seattle.
Okay.
So we got Wild Man up there.
Who are you going with?
There's this gut feeling that's inside of me that wants to go Arizona, but like when you make that point that Arizona's in it,
yeah,
they don't need to put.
They have the same record as the Cowboys now.
Yeah, they don't need to put everybody in.
They could sit guys after the half.
But I feel like, you know what? I'm still gonna go Arizona because I feel that they're gonna want to carry some momentum. Like you said, they've been up and down towards the last half of the season. So I feel like they're gonna want to bring some momentum into the playoffs.
Yeah.
That they're gonna put everybody in there. They want to keep everybody
I don't know
sharp.
how many starters are gonna stay in that game.
I'm gonna go with Arizona.
Okay, that's one game I could pick up.
Let's see. But I'll go with the Vikings and Denver as well. Okay, so Wild Man is going... Pardon me. Wild Man's going Vikings, so let me put him in here.
Who are they playing, Vikes?
Bears. So he's going Vikings, and he's also going Denver. So we're going to give Wild Man this square.
Okay.
And he's going, like I said, he's going Denver. Okay.
All right, you go next.
All right, hold on a second. May I take Pittsburgh versus Baltimore? All right, Glove Clan wants Pitt. There we go. All right, you got Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Who do you think is going to win that game, Glove? You think it's going to be the Steelers or the Ravens, dude?
Hey, you just said he wants Pitt.
He wrote it as a question.
Okay.
May I take Pittsburgh and Baltimore?
Yeah, of course, he can pick whoever he wants.
Exactly. Well, we're giving him the square, so he's got this square down here.
Okay.
So yeah, let us know. Do you want Pittsburgh or do you want Baltimore to win? Going to the Vikings-Bears game while Glove Clan is making his decision over here. So Wildman went Vikings. Now, any word on Cousins? Nothing.
If he tested positive, he should be eligible to play. Because it's been 10 days.
It's been 10 days.
Unless he tests positive again. No word yet.
And Glove Clan is going with Pittsburgh. All right.
Me too.
And so is Pops. All right.
Yep.
Pops is
I think
joining
this game
you
means
there.
everything. I think Ravens are out of it.
Wildman asking, why didn't you do the Bills versus Jets? The Jets are going to get demoed. Well, that's exactly why we didn't go with it. It's why you don't see the Giants up there against Washington either.
The Jets are 17-point underdogs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Papa K, like when he came over tonight and we were setting up the Pops Picks board, the first thing he said to me is, I want to put games on the board this week that mean something. And so that's what we, going into the playoffs, these games, they do mean a lot. Like, again, when you think about Arizona and Seattle, Arizona, even though they're in the playoffs, they want to keep that momentum going.
Seeding and home advantage. I just got a funny feeling about Russell Wilson. I got that funny feeling he's going to be a spoiler.
So that's why
he wants that 8th win.
That's why we stayed away from the Bills-Jets game. That's why we stayed away from the Dallas-Philly game. That's why we stayed away.
Dallas-Philly means nothing. They're both in.
Yeah.
And you got to figure that's like a preseason game. You think they're going to keep Dak Prescott in that game long? I don't think so.
I don't know. Because here's
half maybe.
Here's the thing. And I'll go all the way back to 2007. I know we reference this a lot on this show, but when New England Patriots were undefeated, when they were 16-0, now in the 16th game of the regular season, they were facing the Giants. They didn't sit anybody. They put Tom Brady in.
Neither did we, and we were both in.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I always go back to that thought is, what if that mentality stays true even today?
I don't know. That's 15 years ago.
I know, but who knows? Who knows?
You're right.
But that's why. I
think it's changed.
Now, I gotta go Bears on this one for the Bears-Vikings game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been feeling good about the Bears lately. I feel like the Vikings right now. If Cousins is in, okay, they probably got a really good chance. The Bears defense has shown something this season. They've been pretty rock solid. The Bears still got a lot of work that they're probably going to want to do in the offseason. But right now, I think the Chicago Bears are going to end the season on a good note with some good vibes, some good feels. Unfortunately for the Vikings, again, another team this season that has been the flip of a coin. True. So it's another tough pick because you don't know what game you're going to get out of the Vikings, whether it's going to be it always seems to be a nail biter. And I can tell you because my fingernails are completely demolished.
It's a divisional game, first of all. It means nothing really, but it's lost playoffs. But I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Pops is going Vikings.
You know why? Because Justin Fields is not playing, as far as I know.
Okay.
And Andy Dalton's in there. And he beat our bad Giant team and beat them bad.
So,
but I'm going to go with the Vikes.
Going to Glove Clan's pick over here with Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I see, okay, so you got Pittsburgh.
Well, it means everything to Pittsburgh.
I think right off the bat, and it's something I want to get into after we're done with Pop's picks, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh as well for a reason. And this, you know what, I'll get into it right now. This reason right now is it seems like this is going to be Big Ben's last season. And last game. So I see him going in there, and if he's going to end his career right now, if this is going to be his last season as the quarterback for the NFL, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, that he's going out guns a-blazing. Yeah. He wants to go out exactly a winner. So I'm going to go with the Steelers.
And even if they win, it doesn't mean they can clinch a playoff spot. They have to rely on other games.
I know a lot of things need to happen. So I see the Steelers. I see Ben Roethlisberger really coming in there, amped up, ready to go. Let's get the win. Let's go.
All right, what do we got left?
We got Wildman over here. Says I thought Cousins had the thing. playing this week?
Yeah, but that was 10 days later. If you test negative, you can play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more than 10 days.
And I believe that was a case when Aaron Rodgers had it. That after 10 days, when he was cleared, he was able to come back.
Right,
so
right.
that
he only missed the Kansas City game.
Yeah. So that is solid information that Pops is giving you.
Unless he has it still. Who knows?
If he has it still, then yeah. But right now,
he's playing.
Right now, as far as right now, has it been completely confirmed?
No.
It has not been confirmed.
Not that I've heard of.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything that it's official, but
the Wild Man was saying, "Oh, okay, you didn't know,
Yeah.
So yeah, that seems to be the case right now. That's what we're working with.
You can play 4 days after you've been tested. Remember Tyreek Hill had it, and
Yeah.
I didn't put him in the fantasy.
Yeah.
Then he tested negative 3 days later, and he played that Sunday.
Well, what really, and I know what Pops is talking about here. What really messed Papa K up is because his name on fantasy football still had COV next to it. So it was kind of one of those moments where you didn't really know what the rule set was. So we've also kind of been going along with this with you guys. We're figuring it out as it's kind of been revealed.
Yeah.
Over here we have, let's go up to this is the game that I want to get into right here.
Tough one.
The Chargers and the Raiders.
Both need it.
Both teams need this win this week. Big Papa K, you want to explain more?
Raiders won that game last week. What? Huh? I'm bleeding?
Yeah.
Raiders? Okay. You got tissue? All right, let me go inside.
Yeah, hold on a second.
I must have scratched myself. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's one of Papa K's MOs. You know, he's always ending up bleeding from the face at some point. But yeah, probably just a little scratch.
I did. I scratched myself.
Oh my God!
I take blood thinners, so
that's true. Papa K is a type 2 diabetic. Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. So the Chargers, Raiders.
You know what? I don't know where you're going, and I love.
You want me to pick it first?
Go ahead.
You know, because I want this to be, because I know you're trying to catch up to me, and according to what we know so far is you're only a game away from tying me.
Right.
It feels like it's deja vu all over again. Just to quote Yogi Berra over there, because I feel like this time last season it was just a race, and then we ended up going into the Super Bowl picks tied.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing that again, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick. Yeah, I'm gonna put my name up here since I'm picking.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers, Raiders.
And they both need help, even if they win.
You know, I'm feeling the Chargers right now.
Okay.
I'm feeling them. Don't ask me why. It's just it's a gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I've just had a lot of faith in the Chargers this season.
Yeah, they've been up and down, both of them.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders only because of John Madden. I said
that's why I went with them last week.
Yeah, you're right, and that's why I think they'll pull this one out and maybe get in the playoffs with other help.
I know that's always the roughest part of this. When we get to this week and you see the teams that need the wins and need help as well, it's like it really creates some difficulty choosing.
Yeah.
Because they're both going to be putting everything they got into this game.
Oh yeah.
And it should be a really, really interesting game. Two high-powered offenses.
Without a doubt. Justin Herbert is really good, but he's sporadic.
Yeah.
One game he'll put up 40 points, the next game he'll throw 4 picks.
Yeah.
He's still a young
guy.
guy.
You're right. I just don't know how much I trust the Raiders' defense against him.
I think.
And if this is a week to get hot, this is when it's going to happen.
I think this is an old AFC game.
Yeah.
There'll be points. If you're betting Gambleman, I bet the over on this one.
The over? Okay, I like that.
Those games used to be 40 to 38, something like that.
Now, I feel like this game is going to be an easier pick here. Colts, Jaguars.
I got to go with the Colts.
So, Papa K, you're taking this one?
Jaguars, I'm sorry. They got the number 1 pick, but he's on a bad team.
And again, don't forget, just because we're putting the names on these squares does not mean you cannot participate in these games as well.
Come on.
So I know, but see, I get it though, because these are tough picks. So I could get where some people might pull away from them.
Yeah.
I understand. But I got to go Colts with you as well. I mean, I think I heard on the radio that they literally, somebody had mentioned, it might have been Joe Judge, though. Joe Judge felt like...
Never listen to him.
Yeah, no, I know, but the thing is just the way he went on a tear. Like, he was, like, attacking teams and stuff is what it felt like.
I'm sorry.
And...
That is nonsense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not fun.
Remember when he came up with that speech when he first became the Giant coach? This is a different culture. Mm-hmm. It's the same old shit.
I feel like he made it almost... I feel like we're getting close to, like, a Rex Ryan culture. When Rex Ryan was the coach of the Jets. Like, it's almost a joke now.
But he was good. He got
I know.
He got him 2 years in a row.
Yes, he got him right almost there. Almost
One
there.
game away from the Super Bowl. What times?
But just like right now, I can't take Joe Judge seriously.
No.
And with that...
It's a bad team.
Yeah, because I know he said, like, the Jaguars was like, oh, they're like... He kept mentioning, like, the word clowns.
Clowns. Look in the mirror. Yeah, be careful what you say there.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts as well on this pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go down to... so now Wildman Dave has got this square.
He's got
the
Denver.
Chiefs and the Broncos. And he has picked the Denver Broncos. Papa K.
KC.
Do you want to go first? You going KC?
KC, yeah. Broncos are done. I think secondary team of Kansas City could beat the Broncos right now.
All right, and with that being said, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm going the same wavelength as Papa K right now.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it too, man. I'm feeling.
And Kansas City wants to go for a better seeding.
Exactly.
So
especially when you consider,
we don't know if they're going to sit anybody. I mean, Kansas City's in.
I don't think Kansas City is going to want to sit anybody because really, Patrick Mahomes, he's been doing good this season.
Healthy.
But yeah, he's healthy. He's been doing good, but he's also been, and you can even see it when you're looking at the fantasy football points.
Yeah,
he has not been solid this season. Like if you were in a fantasy football league and you had Patrick Mahomes as your starter, you're sitting there questioning every decision you make every week. And I know Broski, has him still, I believe, and is in the Super Bowl. And I can only imagine what he's thinking right now is. I gotta put him in.
Yeah, you
right?
gotta remember they were 3-4, and he was terrible.
But he'll give you again. My thing is he'll give you 9 points in fantasy football, or he'll give you fucking 30.
Yeah,
and that has been his season.
But that's
as of this year.
But that's only this year.
Season.
Every year, Kansas City's been one of the highest scoring teams in the NFL.
Yeah,
but not this year.
Yeah.
Remember I told you early in the year, KC, right? And then they were 3-4. Then they pulled off 8 straight wins. So.
Yeah, I got Grim coming over here as I mentioned the clown comment. And he goes, well, shit. A Pennywise is involved? From It? I like that, Grim. That was a good one. Grim, you want to get on the board at all? Let us know. We're going to put it off to the side right now.
Get your Vikings.
But, don't influence.
Come on.
Don't do that.
At least they were competitive.
You know what, though? Grim, you're competitive, but Grim has a good gut sense when it comes to his team. He knows his team better than anybody else. Mm-hmm. And he picked with his head, and he won. He won that one.
Okay.
So, Grim, if you want to get on the board, let us know. We have the Chargers, Raiders, Steelers, Ravens, Seahawks, Cardinals, Vikings, Bears, Colts, Jaguars, and the Chiefs and the Broncos. So if you want to get in, take your time to think about it. You don't got to say anything right now. If you put anything in the chat, we'll make sure to flip the board back around and put your name up there, buddy.
We're done, right?
Yeah, that is, everybody is on the board now. And there you go. It's this way you can see it, Pops.
Yeah. I might be wrong on all of these, but I'm just picking teams that I think. The only one I'm really concerned about is the Seattle game.
Well, we differed on one... How many games we differ on? We differed on 2.
You took LA.
3 games. We differed on 3 games. So you got a chance.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to take the lead. Because, if I win those games, though, goodbye. Speaking of Pennywise, and this is Grim saying this, I almost seen the It remake, but when I seen what it was R for, I noped right out. I'll be sure to put my 2 cents in before the end. Interesting. But when I seen what it was R for, I'm gonna have to look that up, dude, just to get a better idea of what you're talking about right there. Because I saw the movie. I saw it a while back.
You know what's going to be interesting this weekend? Final week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 Saturday games, which one's meaningless. You know,
Okay.
Kansas City could be meaningless if they don't start Patrick Mahomes, if he has any kind of an injury or whatever that I don't know about. After this week, then you got the following week is going to be a great weekend. And we got a lot to talk about next Thursday because it's wild card weekend. So you're going to have all the games on Saturday, all the games on Sunday.
Maybe we do a Saturday wild card night. You know, we get together and we fucking watch the games, have a few beers.
I'm fine with that.
I'm sure we could. I'm pretty sure I can get them over here.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they'd have them on Hulu
they're all
Live.
national television.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
it's Fox,
definitely
NBC, CBS, and ESPN.
You would just have to keep me up to date when the times start. I mean, I'm sure like the night game would be like 8:20, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The first game always is like 4:30, and the next game is like 8:30 because they don't want anything, in case there's an overtime. And you got to remember, in playoffs, even if it's 10-minute overtime, nobody scores. We keep going.
Yeah.
It starts all over again. Not like in the regular season where it's a tie. Only one tie this year. Detroit and Pittsburgh.
I was gonna say, let me see if I can guess it.
That should have been Pittsburgh's win.
We got Grim saying, yeah, some content in the movie just bugs me, so if it has certain content in it, I'm just like, nope, I'm out. Okay, understandable, Grim. Listen, I'm sure you got your reasons, dude, and you don't got to explain if you don't want to. That's fine. Everything's cool. I'm just curious for myself to see what that is. What the reasonings are behind behind your thought process, because we know each other pretty well. So you got me curious. You know what I'm saying?
Graham, what was the final score in the Knicks Celtics game? So I don't have to go to Google.
Yeah, because every time you ask Google something,
well, the Knicks were down. Remember, 51-30.
I'm just saying, there's been moments during this.
I haven't done it anymore. You noticed that. And the last I checked on a break, the game was tied 96-all.
Sure.
So.
Well, Grim, if you don't mind looking that up for us, buddy, that'd be awesome. If not, that's cool.
We got a new pad.
Yeah, I've been using my pad.
Right. I'm listening.
I bought a 4-pack of these things, and
I bought a 30-pack. Oh.
Ha!
All right, go ahead.
There's not 30 of them anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay, so we talked about Ben Roethlisberger. Now, potentially retiring this year. Like, is this official though? Have you heard anything?
No, but it sounds like that direction.
It sounds like we're going, because I heard in last week's game, like when they won, and he took that final knee.
Yeah.
He was a bit emotional. It took him a minute to get up. You know what I'm saying?
He was actually crying.
Yeah.
Before the game.
Yeah. So.
Because it was his last game at in Pitt.
So I think this is, with that, just the emotions from Ben Roethlisberger right off the bat, right? You'd say that this is probably like his last season as.
He'd be the last of the 3 drafted in the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Eli?
And what's his name?
Eli Manning.
San Diego. Philip Rivers.
Okay, so yeah, Ben Roethlisberger,
Same
Eli
year.
Manning,
They were
Philip
all
Rivers.
drafted.
All drafted same year, yeah.
He's the last. Well,
Good point. Yeah. He's the last one.
I
standing.
think he should go because I don't.
I thought he should go last season. Wasn't it last season when they were in the playoffs and they got destroyed by Cleveland?
Cleveland beat the hell out of him.
Beat the hell out of him, and you could tell he didn't look.
I don't want to see the guy get hurt. He's a big man. I mean,
but he's only 37, 38. Hold on, we got an update right here. New York won 108-105.
Wow.
Woo! Thank you for putting that in there, Grim.
After
I appreciate
being down
that.
by 21 in the second quarter, and a half. That's a nice comeback. Okay, so that's 2 straight wins. The Knicks are 19-20 now. They got a fairly easy. They play Boston again. They're doing a home and home.
So one thing I know that we talked about And this is, and I don't mean to get off the subject of what you were just saying. I apologize.
You don't
but
apologize.
One of the things that I wanted to mention, and Grim saying you're welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
So, we had talked about this numerous times. We've made some comments and maybe even some jokes about this particular situation in the NFL. It seems as though the Washington football team is actually going to give themselves a name.
I heard that. Which one?
So what I heard, this isn't official.
I heard that the other day.
This isn't official. Now, there's a possibility of a couple of names, but two of them that stuck out to me was like the Washington Warriors or the Washington Admirals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which honestly, at this point, you could call yourself the Washington Hot Dogs for all I give a shit.
Right.
Just have a fucking name. Because the Washington football team, like, we get it. Sense. You're from Washington and you're a football team.
Yeah, we know that.
All right, and I'm sure even the fan base.
I like the Warriors.
You feeling Warriors?
Yeah.
I like the Warriors, too.
Yeah.
Like
something about that.
Or I heard, what was it? The
football adage, a warrior.
I heard, like, Washington Red Wolves as well. But I feel like that's too close to their old name.
Yeah, Redskins. Yeah.
So I feel like having something in a warrior, like,
And a football player is like a warrior, right?
Big time.
Who was the guy in the Yankees they called the Warrior years ago? I don't want you to make you think too much. Paul O'Neill.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He was called.
I was about to say it, and then I was like, wait, let me think about this for a second.
Yeah.
Who else could have been?
It's a title because he was that type of player, so I could see them getting that name. I hope they do.
Now, with this being said, so we talked about that right there. See, I got a couple of things written down here that I want to make sure that we cover tonight. Mm-hmm. Because typically, sometimes, and Papa K, I think you can attest this, we'll write so many things down, whether it's on a pad or a piece of paper or the book, to talk about, and then we get into such great conversation here that we look back at it and go, wow, there was a lot of things that we didn't cover tonight.
True.
Remember
the NFL changes, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. I still gotta create a thumbnail right now, which I might do this weekend actually. This this Saturday night.
And there may be more changes coming.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm hearing.
But I'm even talking about that episode that we did. Like there's still a bunch that I have.
Yeah.
In reserves right now that I have to release on YouTube, but I
think they
still
should
got to create that.
Make some changes.
Find some time
with their new rules that they've made. I think some of their new rules suck. Well, especially pass interference.
Pass interference.
I think that's one of the worst calls because they call it on one team and then the same play happens on the other team, almost exact, and they don't call it.
No.
So, they were both fighting for the ball. And how about the plays in the NFL where the ball is not catchable? You can't call interference on those plays.
No.
Even if I tackle you, but the ball is thrown 15 yards over your
head.
What?
You know what, though? If you tackled me and the ball's 15 feet over my head, they're calling interference on you because right now you're hitting a guy that is now defenseless.
Yeah.
They're trying to avoid shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
But I mean the Scrabble where how the guys are playing and grabbing each other, which I said was a rule that never happened because years ago you could touch once that ball was in the air, the defender or the offensive guy couldn't touch each other. Now what did it say? They're fighting for the ball.
That's ridiculous, though.
Unless it's obvious. I kind of liked that call years ago. If you went like this and touched the guy while the ball was in it.
Where's the yellow flag? Can somebody throw the yellow flag out there, please?
Yeah, they call
he touched me.
Yeah.
He touched me.
And that
Where's
was
the flag?
A BS rule in those days. Yeah. Sorry. I hated that. I like what they do, but I think they call it way too many times when it's not too obvious.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you this one right here, too. And now I'm kind of wishing when we put this game on the board because I feel like this is going to be big news right here. This is going to be big.
Go ahead.
Derrick Henry was spotted jogging on the practice field today. Which means,
you think he'll play Sunday?
I think. Now, I talked about this. Remember in fantasy I had Derrick Henry on my fantasy football team. He got hurt. Yeah. He had a fracture, and I believe it was his right pinky toe, somewhere along the side of the foot.
They said he'd be ready for the playoffs.
Exactly. So now to hear that he's been spotted jogging on the practice field tells you something. That what are you doing? Where are we going with this? Which means a lot for the Titans to have somebody like him back on the team, such a dominant running back.
Oh yeah, he won't play Sunday though.
Probably not Sunday.
They're in.
But because they're in the playoffs, this is huge.
For the
If you're a Titans fan.
Yeah, if you got him in a wild card game, forget it.
Yeah.
You know what's scary too? And I don't know if they're legit. Cincinnati. I don't know what the hell. Joe Burrows is playing like way, I thought, over his head.
Well, but there was a lot of hype when he was drafted, saying that he's going to be
I never heard of the guy till I saw him play.
You got to pay more attention to the draft.
Yeah, at that time, he came out, and look how good he turned out to be so far. And look at all the draft picks this year. Trevor Lawrence, zilch. Zach Wilson, zilch. Justin Fields, zilch. All top quarterbacks in the college ranks, not in the NFL.
Well, I will tell you this, and I want to state this out loud, that I myself don't pay too much attention to the draft. If there's some really names that you hear a lot on the radio or TV or something, then that's when I'm curious as to where these people are going.
Yeah.
But I know Joe Burrow was a big name.
I never heard of him.
Cincinnati got, yeah.
So they got there because Andy Dalton was their quarterback for 10 years.
Yeah. So that was one, yeah. I had heard a bit about him and that he was potentially going to be...
Well, why can't we find a guy like this?
Because we think Daniel Jones is the fucking answer.
Cincinnati was pretty bad. All of a sudden, they're back.
Oh, good. I covered everything here. We actually covered everything because we had Wildman in the chat. We were talking about the gentleman's bet and everything like that.
Okay.
Everything is covered. Everything's good to go. And I actually have... I didn't really think this one through all that well, but I thought it would be a fun top 5 to do.
Go ahead.
Now that we're in the new year, right? It's January 6th, and it was something I'd been meaning to ask, during my live streams with gaming or even during the show. But we've gotten into so many interesting conversations that I never got the chance to bring it up. We're talking about a top 5 here. Top 5 moments for 2021 for you.
Oh.
They don't gotta match me. They don't gotta match Papa K. Just curious as to what everybody's top 5 moments of 2021 were.
Number 1, Atlanta Braves winning the World Series.
That was a top 5 moment right there?
They had 88 wins.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And they won the World Series.
You know what? I didn't even put that in there, but I think I wanna go with that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Totally forgot about that, if I'm being honest. I'm being dead honest with you.
I thought that was a major, yeah.
For me, here's 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's 2 top moments. And just from the gaming perspective of yours truly, Mr. Whiskers.
Go ahead.
Live streaming my first playthrough of Resident Evil 8 Village. With Jay Swift. That was so much fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I had so much fun playing that game with Swift.
Oh, that's a personal.
Yeah, that was a top 5 for me in 2021.
Okay.
And another one, because this happened before the year ended, actually, was the voice actress, the actress that portrayed Lady Dimitrescu as one of the villains in Resident Evil 8 Village. She won... hold on a second. Performance of the Year in the game in the Steam Awards, or no, in the Game Awards.
I don't know nothing about.
I know, but those were some moments for me, because I remember when Resident Evil 2 Remake came out, I was so excited about that, and I was super hyped for Resident Evil 2 Remake, and it didn't get Game of the Year, and I was very disappointed by that. So to see Resident Evil and Capcom take this year, and again, Jay Swift and I had so much fun playing that game. So many jumps. And speaking of the devil, we got Jay Swift in the chat saying, "Aw, Jay Swift, what are you doing? You're supposed to be skating right now."
Skating?
Ice skating.
Went out.
Ice skating, yeah. They're celebrating with some ice skating. Where? Not here.
Obviously.
Don't worry about it.
But
yeah, Swift, I had so much fun. One of my top 5s in 2021 was live streaming Resident Evil 8 Village with you. That was such a fantastic...
Did you find your coffee cans?
Coffee cans. You got more coffee? Papa K over here. Papa K, what about you?
What?
Another top 5 moment for 2021.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. I gotta say, it was last year, right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl.
That's true. That was the beginning of the year.
Beat the crap out of Kansas City.
That's another good one right there.
That's another one. I thought, I didn't want to bet him, but I had to tie you. I would have went with Kansas City because I thought they would win, and they got their ass kicked.
You know what? I got to put that one up there as well because even though it was just you and I watching the Super Bowl together, the spread that we had set up, we had the Pops Picks board right there in front, right there in the room with us. This way we could keep track of everyone's picks and the overs and the unders and all of that. Like that was such a fun time that we had together.
True. I can't do that.
I know, but I can. It's distracting. So I gotta put that up there as well, though. That we had a lot of fun watching that Super Bowl together.
I know.
That halftime show was incredible as well.
Oh man, and the beginning.
Yeah.
I was almost in tears with the national anthems.
Oh my God.
They were phenomenal.
Oh my God.
That lady played the guitar. Was up there? Wow.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Really tear-jerking.
Yeah, we got a little emotional on that.
I did.
Just a little emotional. No, it gave me chills. I got a little tear that came down.
I did. Same here.
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
No, that
Jay
was phenomenal.
Swift says I did get my coffee.
Okay.
Grim over here saying my niece turning a year old.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, dude. Streaming my first playthrough of Resident Evil 8. There you go. I'll find out more information on The Wolf Among Us Season 2. That's awesome. Cutting toxic people out of my life with ease and reaching over 50 platinum trophies in a year. Damn, dude. You got 50 platinums during 2021. Now, cheers to that.
Cheers. Top 5 moments. I related to 2 sports events. As much as I don't follow basketball, the team that won the NBA championship were the Bucks, who everybody thought would be the Nets. I was really surprised that they won.
Oh.
Again, I don't follow basketball until the Knicks started getting good again, and they got eliminated in a heartbeat.
I got 2 more.
Go ahead.
I got 2 more that were top moments for me. Now, I know I went with some of yours, but these ones I'm just going to throw out for myself.
Go ahead.
Was when they retired Strahan's number.
Oh, that's right. Very good.
That was a moment because, when they won in 2007, I bought that jersey right there immediately, and that was, he's one of my favorite New York Giants, and he's such a leader on that team, and such a great. He's in the game. He's impacting that game.
Yeah.
And whatever quarterback he's hitting. That's impact.
In those days, you could really hit the quarterback, too.
And another moment right there was my older sister and her husband when they threw that Halloween get-together.
Oh, for cancer.
Well, it was raising money for cancer, and I got to participate as
Thank you. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
That was another moment of 2021.
Nice.
I had a blast, and I felt so awesome to be a part of it. And I was Leatherface, and I got to hide in the woods and stuff.
You guys were great, the whole crew. Scared the hell out of me.
Oh my God, Larson, everybody.
Yeah, the screaming with the
Annika,
young girls.
Lila. Oh my God, Jay Swift.
Mm-hmm.
We had a blast, and
Doctor.
I gotta say, for a haunted house kind of walk through the woods,
outside,
everything, and through everything, how it was set up, it was it was incredible. Like we drove away from that. I was like, I hope we do this every year.
And they raised like $7,000.
$7,000 towards cancer.
I don't know if that was the total for that day, but
yeah, but still,
right up there.
Loved every second of that, and I hope we do it every year because I already know what I want to be next year.
I think they will.
I'll come over. I'll help set shit up.
Yeah, because it was a success, and let's go further. Because that big C ain't going away.
No.
So you got to.
We got to figure. We'll figure it out someday. We'll beat it someday.
I hope so.
We'll find something for it. And what they did there, and everything they set up, and of course the cause and everything,
phenomenal,
amazing. So that I'll put there. That's my final top 5 right there.
That's great.
So, anything else you want to add tonight, Papa K?
Well, if you want to talk baseball, the hiring of Buck Showalter for the Mets
is official.
Oh yeah.
And we went over that.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got super psyched. Remember we talked about it because then we started shitting on the Yankees because they still haven't done anything.
And they haven't.
And still haven't done anything.
He's already got a hitting instructor.
He's got a
Eric
hitting
Chavez.
coach.
I think he's got a third base coach already.
Okay.
Now they're looking for, I think, either first base and a bench coach.
It's going to be a really exciting baseball season. Like, I know.
I mean, the Mets are taking everything away. And this is the ex-Yankee manager.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for him. I love him. And I'm going to be watching the Met games, when the Yankees
hell yeah.
are. Because Buck Showalter, to me, he's like a genius in baseball.
He's a genius, and he's a legend.
Can he get this team motivated? Can he keep DeGrom on the field? Can Scherzer still perform like he did at 37?
Will they let him coach the way he wants to coach this team?
That I heard stories, but I can't. I don't believe it.
No.
But if he says, I think they hired him for a reason, not to be a puppet.
Yeah.
Aaron Boone's a puppet.
Yeah.
I'm a Yankee fan.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, without a doubt. And I'm sorry, but Buck Showalter has never been one to kind of take orders like that.
Never.
He's going to take
over
this team.
Don't forget, in years now.
I think he's coming in here, and I'm sure he's been watching baseball since he retired, right?
He's on the Yankees all the time.
Yeah, so I'm sure he's coming in. He knows what all of this is about. He understands analytics and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think he might use. I think you might see a nice 50-50 blend with Buck Showalter. You might see some numbers being thrown in, but you might see some really incredible gut decisions being thrown in.
When they asked him about managerial strategy, he said, "We are always going to check with everybody." But he says the bottom line is, it's going to be my decision. Let's say it's the bottom of the ninth. You're going to listen to the guys upstairs when he thinks I could keep this guy in, or I have to, pinch hit for this guy, or should I put that? They're trying to get the. I don't know if you remember his name. He was on Boston. Craig Kimbrell?
Kimbrell, yes.
Yeah, they're trying to get him now.
So
not as a closer, probably as an eighth inning, guy.
Very setup guy.
Setup for Diaz. Yeah.
So this is again very exciting news for the Mets, and I'd like to catch a couple of Mets games with you. This is coming right out of we're Yankees fans.
Always.
Diehard Yankees fans, but damn. What the Mets are doing right now?
It's still in the town
for baseball.
Yeah.
For New York, this is exciting.
They're stealing the town right now.
This is exciting.
Because the Yankees haven't.
I'm excited.
Yeah, Yankees haven't done the damn thing.
No, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah. And who knows if we're going to have baseball.
Exactly.
No news on the lockout.
If we do.
Remember where you said, it's so far away? It's a month away.
Getting on a month now, Papa K. You made that point when we talked about it 2 months ago. 2 months ago.
Catches and pitches report right after the Super Bowl. And that's the 16th.
Let's keep our fingers crossed, everybody, that they could get this lockout figured out and get baseball started on time.
I hope so.
All right. But until then, Papa
this is
K,
a multi-billion-dollar operation. Figure it out.
Figure it out. You don't want to take another hit. COVID has been a disaster.
I'm not going to make $30 billion. I'm only going to make $29.
Figure it out.
Have some feelings for the fans that want to watch baseball.
This is a pastime.
For 150 years already. Come on. Give us a break. The fans have been suffering through how many strikes in my day? Maybe 5? 4?
Between that and especially COVID created a 16-game baseball season, which I've never seen in my life.
Me either.
Until that year. So that's saying because you're obviously following baseball a lot longer.
And they were arguing over that. It should have been a 90 game season. Yeah. No.
So
players said, no, we want to get paid for this and that. No.
Baseball, don't do this to the fan base.
No.
Give us something to look forward to this summer, this spring.
And the fans are so...
and, of course, fall.
I'm sorry. I think they look at the fans like we were pieces of crap. They don't even care. Because they say, fans will come right back anyway.
Because they care about this.
The dollar, yeah. All the time. I'm sorry.
But
I'm tired of that.
Regardless of that, Pops.
Yep. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers. We'll be back next week. As you know, I have the schedule posted. I normally post it every Monday.
We're going to have all those playoff games, right?
Oh, my God.
Only going to be 4. No more 6.
I know. Yeah, so the board's going to get much bigger. There's going to be a lot more room. Get excited. Get excited, people, because we're going to be doing Pop's playoff picks next week. Really excited. But again, thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. And as always, thank you so much for supporting this show, this channel. And we love the hell out of you guys. Papa K, anything you want to add to that?
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. Same place, same time, 8:30 p.m.
Same
Eastern time. Oh, my God. That's probably copyright, but hopefully you didn't hear any of that shit.
That's what they used to say on the show.
No, it's not our show, though.
No.
Same cat channel is what he said.
No, I didn't.
Shh, 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 shh. We'll see you next week. I'll be back on Tuesday for some more gaming. We might change it up a little bit because I'm a little out of it with Batman right now. Me and Batman, it's just too much Batman going on right now.
See, you're saying Batman.
I'm saying a game that I'm playing right now, Pops. I'm not quoting the show. We'll see you next week. Take it easy, meow. Have a fantastic weekend. Be safe.
Later.
Later, meow.